The Wall Street Journal, nothing about gold prices and silver prices spiking. You ready? Last page down below, right? Little article down here. The last page of the damn Wall Street Journal, not one word in the toilet paper record, the New York Times. Silver spiking as we went on the air, $93.98 an ounce. As we went on the air, gold prices, now this has to do with Davos, $4,841 an ounce. The death of the dollar. You got it? People have had enough. And by the way, media, how about this? Again, what did gold price? Gold's up like about $230 in a week. Mm-hmm. In a week. It's the beginning of the end of the America's geopolitical and economic hegemony. And the world's had enough of it in a lot of places. They're bailing out. You're seeing them bailing out of treasuries now. The United States is $38.5 trillion in debt. But when you put Social Security and other things into it, you're looking at over $100 trillion in debt. How are they going to pay it off? They're not. What's going on?
Or they monetize the debt. Or they just,
I'm sorry, what?
Or they just monetize the debt. They just print their own currency and buy up their own debt.
Yeah, no. It ain't going to do it because that's going to keep bringing down the dollar. And the deeper the dollar goes, the higher gold prices go. So there's no comparison between what's going on then in gold and now. So, you ready? Gold went up about $230 in a week. This is Wednesday's Wall Street Journal, which you pay $5 a day for. The Trends Journal, when you put your link in, $2.59 a week. Pennies a day. And we're doing this to help people. It's about putting out the word for life, liberty, pursuit of happiness, and how to help you prepare, prevail, and prosper in these dangerous times ahead. Because I'm going back to Davos. Gold and silver prices are spiking because it's telling you the danger ahead. Safe haven asset. You got it? That's why oil prices are going down. There's more supply than demand, and you have the Arab nations that are pumping out more and more and more rather than cutting it back because they need the dough. So oil prices are telling you how bad the global economy is. More supply than demand. A little slime ball by the name of Slick Willie Clinton. I did this T-shirt when he ran for office in 92. The Federal Communications Act, 1996, he deregulated the communications industry. Now 6 companies control 92% of America's media. But we're doing what journalism is dead. It's gone.
Gold spikes to $2,841 an ounce. Silver hits $93.98. America's era is ending. 6 corporations control 92% of media. They hide the truth. The U.S. holds over $100 trillion in real debt. A commercial real estate crash is coming. 30 to 60 mid-sized banks will fail. Billionaire wealth soared 81% since 2020.
This is from the BBC. They told reporters to ensure clarity and consistency in our reporting. Please follow these guidelines when describing the recent events in Venezuela. Under the guidance, captured is to be attributed to the U.S. description of its operation. The U.S. said Maduro was captured during the operation. The word seized is described as acceptable. Avoid using the word kidnapped. That's the media. Media whores that get paid to put out by their corporate pimps and government whoremasters, prostitutes. Again, very important. When the talk is not only going to be a dot-com bust, there's an office building bust. Louisville, Kentucky. Office vacancy rate, 40%. Oh, that's what have the Kentucky Derby. Oh, yeah. How about Denver, Colorado? How about Portland, Oregon? How about Seattle, Washington? How about Kansas City, St. Louis? How about Chicago? My kind of town. 28% vacancy rate. And that's what your average is in those cities I just mentioned, 28 to 30%. Vacant. Nobody there. Hey, I'm the guy that owns the building. How am I going to pay off my loan? I'm not. Keep the building. I'm the bank. Oh, all that money I got in 2020 when they shoveled all this fake money in and I got all these treasuries that are worth nothing when I bought them. There's going to be banks go bust. It's going to crash the equity markets. Go back 3 years ago, Silicon Conman Valley Bank, First Republic, and Signature Bank went bust. What happened? Boop! Went the Dow. Boom! Up went gold. That was 3 banks. You're going to see maybe 30, 40, 50, 60 banks start failing. They're not reporting on this at all, only in your Trends Journal. No one is talking about this. No one. Just like I showed you the facts. Go to the Wall Street Journal, gold, bottom of the last page. That much. How about front page?
What kind of banks are these that you're seeing as a potential?
Mostly mid-sized banks.
And that's because of the commercial real estate market.
Yeah, they're the ones that hold most of the loans and those things, not the bigger ones.
So if someone wanted to identify a bank that's at high risk of going belly under in 2026, what would be like? What are some of the metrics that one would look at? Like if they want to see if their bank is in.
It's not the big ones. It's not the J.P. Morgan Chases. It's not It's not those. It's the mid-size and small ones, according to the data.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything you could ask your bank?
Again, think about it. Think about it. Who the hell ever heard of Silicon, Signature, or First Republic? Nobody knew those names until they crashed. And that's what's going to happen now.
Yeah, and the FDIC, I think their coffers extend to about $150 billion, $200 billion. So if, they're able to respond to one-offs here and there. But if you have a high volume of banks with liquidity problems, the FDIC is going to be useless.
Well, they'll make up shit like they did. Again, I thought things would crash in 2012. They didn't teach me about zero interest rates or quantitative easing in Economics 101 at graduate school. I thought things would crash when they locked down everything. No, here's some free money. Yeah, go home. Yeah, get out of here. And give billions of dollars to the airlines and all the big guys, all right? Oh, that's why inflation happened. Oh, no, it's not inflation. It's only temporary. It's only transitory. Oh, no, it's only transgendatory. Remember that crap that was shooting out?
Gen Z has nothing. A revolution is brewing. When economies fail, they start wars. History proves this. The dot-com bust 2.0 is next. The system is breaking. They will push digital currency as the solution.
Gerald, we have Davos ongoing right now. So far, we've heard from, we heard from Trump yesterday. We heard from Carney the day before. And it looks like a new world is being carved up. Canada's getting closer to China. We also had von der Leyen talk about how they're cutting deals with India now. Trump is enforcing the Don Roe doctrine. What's kind of like your overall take from what we've heard from the people at Davos?
So we're trying to give people everything we can. So you ask me about Davos. It's bigger than Davos. Davos is just a blink of what's going on. Take a look at over there in Germany. What? Merz. Oh, the BlackRock guy. Oh, he's a chancellor now. Again, it's one big club and you ain't in it, all right? The big Davos. What a fucking freak show. What a freak show. Anyway, Germany's 2 years in recession, the third largest economy in the world. The largest in Europe, 2 years. Oh, but this year we had growth of 0.2%. And we're borrowing $1 trillion because we have to build up our military. What's going on now has nothing to do back in 1978. Because 1978, America was number one. You're talking about Carnival, the Bagster guy that's the head up there in Canada. And before you had Trudeau. I forgot, all right? Here. China's GDP in 1978, look it up. About $148 billion. Well, they have maybe 1 billion people. $148 billion. What's it today? According to some people, the mainstream puts it out at about 20 trillion. Some are saying 30 trillion. Oh, you see China's exports? Oh, you see what just happened? Oh, they went up, what, $1.2 trillion last year?
Well, you make a great point. You look at the financial markets are your clue. They're your canary in the coal mine. I'm looking at the 10-year yield right now. It's up a couple basis points, 0.42%. 30 years also up as well. The big story is the Japanese 10 and 30-year too. It was spiking sky high a couple of days ago. And it looks like it's kind of retracing back down now, retracing the gap. But be that as it may, it's still, it's still in the stratosphere. Gold is spiking, silver spiking every day. 5-10% moves are the norm now. And you also have, interestingly enough, you also have movement in the base metals too. You also have movement in platinum, copper, lithium, nickel. Oil hasn't joined the party yet.
And again, one of my lines is when all else fails, they take you to war. Go back to the dot-com bust, which of course, in our Trends Journal, we had forecast it would happen in 1999 when it was a quarterly. In the autumn edition, we said it would bust by the second quarter of 2000. And by the way, get ready for dot-com bust 2.0. That's another one of ours. So what happened after the dot-com bust? 9/11. Everybody forgot about it. The NASDAQ was down 80%. America was in a recession. They couldn't stand little Georgie Bush, the arrogant little daddy's boy with a pair of cojones smaller than a mothball if he has it. We're going to get that guy Osama bin Laden dead or alive. 90% of the American people swallow the crap spewed in that little clown's mouth. When all else fails, they take you to war. Google up anybody. Franklin Roosevelt seizes Japanese assets. Here, history today, mainstream as you can get. Here it is. On July 26, 1941, President Franklin Roosevelt seizes all Japanese assets in the United States. You know why? In retaliation for the Japanese occupation of French Indochina. He who is not angry when there is just cause for anger is immoral. Why? Because anger looks to the good of justice. And if you can live amid injustice without anger, you are immoral as well as unjust. So I'm angry. I don't like my money being stolen from me that morons and imbeciles call taxes. And I'm against war. Again, only protect the United States. That's my country. Stay out of the other countries. Again, you think we would have invaded Iraq, Libya, and Syria, and now Venezuela if their major export was broccoli?